Hello all, Todd here. Welcome back to another Wellness Talks Briefs. Again, I'm still continuing with looking at the four main areas that we can focus on bringing our values out into the world that we interact with. We were talking about love, we talked about work, we talked about play, and today we're going to be focusing on health. So with that being said, what have you done for health lately? How do your core values show up when it comes to this final component of looking in four different ways at the world into health? Remember, what we're doing is we're taking our core values and we're drilling down into them and we're applying them through the filter of health. Now, health isn't just the wellness, the physical well-being, but that most certainly is a component of this. It's also your spiritual health, it's your mental health, it's your emotional health. So we want to pay attention to how our values show up in this realm. And if they're not, this might be why you're having some anxiety and or depression when it comes to this area is not being addressed. So a couple of quick examples. Creativity applied to health. What shows up here? Well, it might be ingenuity. It might be that you're coming up with a new way of being healthy, a new activity. Perhaps you're switching up your strength training regimen. It's not uncommon for us to find a strength training regimen which works, and we stick with it and we do it nonstop, but it becomes boring. It becomes non-inspiring. And after a while, and the return on investment eventually starts to wane. It's called a plateau when it comes to the strength training jargon. So how do we avoid a plateau? Well, we need to mix it up. We need to move it around. That would be one way that we can actually apply creativity. Instead of just doing maybe a flat bench press, you now are doing an inclined or a declined bench press. Perhaps you're doing dumbbell presses on a Swiss ball. So there's multiple ways that we can change things up, make it fresh, make it new. Now, perhaps one of your things is integrity. How does integrity show up when it comes to your health practice? How does the value bloom in this particular area? Well, it could be quite as simple as you said you were going to do the 9-week program. You were going to do the 90-day program. You were going to do a 30-day program. You tell a few people that you're going to do this and you stick to it. That would be your value driving benefits in this particular focus of health. One of my personal favorites, one of my core values, strength. This is how it shows up. I lift weights, not just for the benefits, the health benefits, but the value of strength, me always moving towards becoming stronger, solid, grounded, present, shows up in my strength training regimen. The benefits are obvious. It does change my body, but it also strengthens my mind, it strengthens my character, it strengthens my will. So there are some definite benefits to going through these four areas and focusing. So what are yours? How do your core values show up when it comes to mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health? What do I mean by spiritual health? Spiritual health is simply gaining more knowledge of what you value, spending time tweaking, fine-tuning, and clarifying what it is that you're here to do. This values work could be considered a spiritual practice. So play around with your values. How do they show up in this realm? And if they're not showing up, what's one small thing you can do to make a difference, to make that better? I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please subscribe to the button below. May you be well.